This is unbelievable. I want you to pay attention to this audio, a very short one. Translation and analysis will be done side by side. Now, a particular lady called Ayamyinka Ade, she was the one that was part of the people who fronted the Mohbad's protest in Abuja. A peaceful walk, no noise, no violence, very peaceful. Before we could say Jack Robinson, she got accosted. Is he kidnapped? Is he arrested? Whatever. The police got involved. Eventually, she got to realize that Oba Elegushi is behind it all. Manipulations. She was coerced. She was threatened. There's nothing that they didn't do. One of the atrocities they wanted her to commit is to nail or rope. Yes. One of our guests that you're still about to hear more of what she has to say. They wanted her to nail Bukky Jesse. They wanted her to say that Bukky Jesse is the one that funded or paid or coerced her or manipulated her or pushed her or advised her to go do what she did. Now, is it a crime for someone to say, hey, you guys should gather in Abuja, let's do this as a team. Gather in Abuja, it's not a crime, isn't it? It's not a crime to gather for a peaceful protest on behalf of someone that you are demanding for justice for, according to the law. Now, let us press further. They didn't stop at that. They now wanted to twist it since they realized that the Obelegushi thing might not fly. They decided to twist it. They said, okay, what we are going to say is that Bukky Jesse wants to usurp. Bukky Jesse wants to demoralize. Bukky Jesse wants to break down. Bukky Jesse wants to hijack. Not just Bukky Jesse, like those that are seeking for justice for Mohbad, that they want to disrupt Nigeria, that they want to unseat a democratically elected president, that they want to plan a civilian coup. You understand what I mean? Like they want to disrupt, like they want to create some, they want to create anarchy. They want to disrupt the peace. Treasonable felony. That's what it is called. So this is what they wanted to manipulate this into becoming. So she, under duress, called Bukky Jesse. But because she's also on guard, like everybody on guard, and moreover, if you're seeking for justice truly, there is a way your heart, your mind will be connected. Eventually, the police behind this spoke, and she lambasted that police officer like, you will not prosper. Whoever sent you will not prosper. You people will RIP, like how Mohbad RIP. You know, she started saying a lot of things to them. But now, there's a new update. This update is deep. I want you guys to listen, because they said that justice for Mohbad must come to an end in the next 48 hours. Are you shocked? Listen, and we will be talking more.
Gbogbo abiyamọ Ọlọ́run á ṣe yín lábiyamọ rere lórúkọ Jésù. Ó dùn mí. Mo rí fídíò kan. Fídíò bàbá Mohbad. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Mo rí fídíò bàbá Mohbad. Mo dẹ̀ láwọn fídíò kan, máa play fídíò yẹn fún yín. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní ayé mà níkà o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá Mohbad. Ìyá Mohbad. Tí n bá ní kí n sọ̀rọ̀ bó ṣe ń dùn mí fún ìyá Mohbad, máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ sọ. Ìyá Mohbad, Ọlọ́run á dájọ́ fún ẹ. Ọlọ́run á ní ẹ lára. Gbogbo àwọn abiyamọ tó wà nípò ìyá Mohbad, Ọlọ́run á fi yín jẹ̀yà. Mo rí fídíò kan, Baba Mohbad. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Mo rí fídíò kan, mo bọ̀, mo fẹ́ block èyàn kẹ́ má bínú. Mo fẹ́ block èyàn kan. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Mo rí fídíò kan, Baba Mohbad. Ṣé pé mo bọ́ tanjọ́ yẹn? Mo ní Baba Mohbad, òun ló pa Mohbad. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Mo ní reason tí mo fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Number 1, kí ná lọ rush sí Mohbad fún. Number 2, ẹ wo pósí tó gbé Mohbad sí. Gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ́ kí n wò pé Baba Mohbad den countenance Baba Mohbad ńjọ́ yẹn mi like ẹ. Tí mo dé bọ́ta mo ní Baba Mohbad. Ṣé mo pé mo dé sọ mo ní ìyá Mohbad ti kú. Ṣé mo pé mi gangan sọ mo ní ìyá ẹ̀ ti kú pé tí ẹ bá wà láyé wọn ò ní ṣe Mohbad bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé gbogbo yín rántí? Ìyá wa jáde 3 days time. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ìyá wa jáde 3 days time. Ó wá sọ pé òun wà láyé pé òun ò kú. Ẹ bá mi dìímú. Baba Mohbad, ìyá Mohbad wọ́n sọ pé ó ti fi Mohbad sílẹ̀ láti 6 years old. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Ó ní Mohbad wà ní 6 years old tó ti lọ. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin obìnrin, àfi tó bá yẹ pé ọkùnrin yẹn ó wà okay, ó dẹ̀ lè tọ́jú ọmọ. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín? Baba ìyá Mohbad fi Mohbad sílẹ̀, ó lọ. Bàbá yìí ló ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú stepmother. Bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn stepmother yẹn polygamy lèmi náà ti wá. Wọ́n máa fìyà jẹ, but wọ́n ń kọ́ wa ká lè gbọ́n ni. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín? Now, ẹ wá wo bàbá Mohbad yẹn. Ó dúró ti ọmọ yìí. Nínú jíjẹ, nínú mímu, nínú kòsíkòsí. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ṣé ìyá Mohbad ló jẹ́ kó máa jèrè iṣẹ́ tí ò ṣe sí ibi tí ò ṣe sí lénìí? Ṣé ìyá Mohbad ló jẹ́ kó máa jèrè níbi tí ò ṣe sí? Mohbad ò ní ṣe oríire. Ẹ wò ya Burna Boy. Kò síbi tí Burna Boy lọ láyé ó máa dúró tì ní. Ìyẹn ló ń pè ní igi lẹ́yìn ọgbà mi. Unfortunately, àwọn ò nírú ẹ̀ tó ìyá wa ti kú, bàbá wa ti kú. Ìyá Mohbad ó jókòó wo bàbá wo ya Burna Boy. Mi ìfẹ́ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin wọn tó fi lọ. Ìyá lè lọ. Mommy mi ò gbélé bàbá mi now, but my mom still come to visit us in the boarding house. She still come to our house to visit us. Tó bá ti wá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní kó má wá rí Mohbad nílé. Mohbad ti ń dàgbà now. Màá play video kan fún yín sìn for you to know what I'm talking about. Abiagba ni ìyá Mohbad. Èmi ò fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin ìyá Mohbad àti bàbá Mohbad tó fi lọ. I'm not talking about what separated them. I'm talking about pé ìyá Mohbad ìkànnì kò ṣe òun ló jẹ́ kó wà ní position tó máa gba glory yẹn lẹ́nu. Ìyá Mohbad, Ọlọ́run á dájọ́ fún ẹ. Ọlọ́run á dájọ́ fún ẹ. Èmi ò tó dájọ́ fún ẹ o, ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo wa la máa jèrè iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wa. Ìyá Mohbad, you know what you are doing. You are evil. Ìkànnì ẹ olórí burúkú. Orí tẹlifíṣàn ló ti ń pe justice ni. Orí social media ló ti ń pe justice. Oh, kúnlẹ̀ sọ́lọ́ kó gbàwẹ̀ bíríbírí 21 days. Kó máa sunkún sọ́lọ́ lọ́rùn, ó wá sunkún lórí Facebook. Justice mo fẹ́ fọ́mọ mi o, ò ní kúre. Ìyá òṣì, ìyá òfò. Àwọn ìyá àjàrà bùkà. Àwọn abiagba, àwọn mọ́dára tó pé àwọn mọ́dà. Abẹ́rí, justice mo fẹ́ o. Ṣó tẹ̀ jẹ́ kán rójú enter. Ṣó jẹ́ kán rójú enter. Kán sọ pé fẹ́ wá rí ẹ. Please, I'm mourning. Please, I'm mourning. Please, I'm mourning. You want to meet them? Owó tó fẹ́ fún ẹ, ṣó tọ́mọ ẹ tó kú ni? Ṣó tó fẹ́ fún ẹ, ṣó tó ọmọ tó kú? Ṣó tó ọmọ tó kú? Ó wá ń gba glory yẹn lọ, ó wá ń gba glory yẹn lọ. Ògo ti bàbá yẹn. Tí bàbá yẹn ò bá dúró ti Mohbad ńkọ́. Tí bàbá yẹn náà ṣara àwọn stepmother mo ti sọ fún yín, wọ́n máa ń kọ́ wa lọ́gbọ́n ni. Ẹ gbàgbé ti stepmother tó fìyà jẹ Mohbad. But bàbá yẹn dúró ti ọmọ yẹn dúró lókun àyà ẹ̀. Àbí kò yé yín? Ọmọ yẹn dúró lókun àyà ẹ̀. Bàbá tó lè ti ọmọdé gbẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ̀yin ti Instagram, ẹ bọ́ sórí Facebook, mo fẹ́ fi fídíò kan wọ̀nyí. Mo dẹ̀ ń wo fídíò yẹn, omijé dẹ̀ ń bọ́ lójú mi. Mo ń bọ̀. A body language says it all. Exactly. Ẹ wò ya Mohbad. Ẹ wò ya Burna Boy. Ẹ wò ya Wizkid. ẹ wo ya Wizkid on títí ya Wizkid fi kú ṣó kúrò lẹ́yìn ọmọ ẹ̀ máa wo kíní.
ẹ jẹ́ sọ àṣírí fún yín lálẹ́ yìí gbogbo wa là ń da blame lórí bàbá ọmọ yìí màá sì sọ ti bàbá ẹ̀ mo sọ fún yín pé bí ìṣẹ́jú bíi 5 kí n tó wọnú program yìí mo bá bàbá ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀.
ẹ bá mi love and like ẹjọ́.
bóyá tó bá di ọ̀la màá gbé bàbá ẹ̀ wọlé live torí mo ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ méjì tí mo máa gbé wọlé àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ tán jọ dàgbà ni o tí wọ́n jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé wọn tán jọ dàgbà ọ̀rẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ jọ ṣé ọ̀rẹ́ kẹ̀kàn pàdé ńta ni àbí ẹ máa ń jọ lọ lé ara yín.
a máa lọ lé ara wa if gan máa sùn sílé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ gan a máa jẹun papọ̀ ṣẹ́ bí ti máa pọ̀ because àjọ wa same crew ni àjọ máa ń jó fún Christ nígbà yẹn.
ẹjọ máa ń jó fún Kristi.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ẹ ti gbọ́ wọ́n jọ máa ń jó fún Kristi ní chọ́ọ̀chì lẹ ti ń jó.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni chọ́ọ̀chì nìkan ni. chọ́ọ̀chì nìkan la ti máa ń jó.
ẹ̀yin náà ẹ ti máa mu kinní báyìí o.
ní akímọ tí akímọ sìgá o.
kí mọ tí ẹ kí mọ.
àtọ.
bọ́ọ̀ lòun ṣe wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mu gbogbo ohun tó mu yẹ.
ẹgbẹ́ pàtàkì inú ọ̀dà wà ní kíláàsì gbà yẹn ẹni tí ọtí ẹ̀ ti sìgá kí n ṣùgbọ́n tó wá ní kó o fẹ́ ohun jọmọ́ ọ̀pẹ́ mi lọ́kọ́ ní jìnnà.
ṣé ń gbọ́ ẹ bá mi ṣe love and like tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́.
bẹ́ẹ̀ sì máa kọrin báyìí àkọ́mọ́ àgọ́wé fídíò àti fídíò pé ohun sìgá ohun tí ó lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ṣe fídíò.
mo ń bọ̀ máa padà dọ́dọ̀ yín mo ń bọ̀. question tí mo fẹ́ bí ni pé ǹjẹ́ ó ti ní ọjọ́ kan tẹ́ ẹ tí ẹjọ́ wà papọ̀ tẹ́nikẹ́ni béèrè ìyá Mohbad lọ́wọ́ Mohbad ta lẹni náà àti pé kí ni Mohbad fi dẹ́ni náà lóhùn.
ọjọ́ kan mọ́mí tẹ̀ mọ́ abéègbè ó wá sílé wa lọ́jọ́ kan.
mọ́mí ti yín.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ó wá sílé wa kan má ṣe rẹ́sà nílé tiwa kan sílé wa fẹ́ díẹ̀ so then àwọn àjọ ṣe rẹ́sà kan ló ń pariwo wọn ṣe everything so the way ìtọ́ ẹ ṣe wọ́n máa gbà mí promise máa dá dúró akọ́dà jókòó a máa ro some things so mọ́mí kọ́ ló ṣẹlẹ̀ so mọ́mí máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé mọ́mí ẹ̀ kọ́ wa ni mọ́mí ò sí.
mọ́mí ò ti kú.
exactly so
nǹkan tó fi dáhùn lónìí.
so captain daddy so ẹ dá lọ ṣe show by lálẹ́ láàárọ̀ àtẹ̀dáyé lọ sí side lọ ṣiṣẹ́ everything adé máa fún lówó everything so bàbá yẹn wọ́n fi to me wọ́n fi yà jẹ́ so bàbá yẹn láìkẹ́ gan láwọn ṣe gbàgbọ́n ṣe show by lọ́sẹ̀ gan wọ́n máa pray fún wa tó máa gbàdúrà fún wa tó máa ní tó máa dé jù tó máa jù báyìí lọ tí mi tó kọ́ máa pé ẹni yìí àdúrà is real gbàmí gbọ́dọ̀ ẹni ya ọdún máa nílò lálẹ́ ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ jẹun dùdù lálẹ́ dùdù ọjọ́ kan wọ́n fẹ́ jẹun alẹ́ ìgbà kó dé pé abúlá kí wọn àlọ́ sí ṣù oúnjẹ ẹ̀kọ́ pé fún wa bóyá ẹ̀jẹ̀ tẹ̀tẹ̀ nìkan sínú tẹ̀gbọ́n ṣe ṣù all the proof and everything so we are very surprised now say one but that day she buy cause about that more that day that more no say good man.
mo fẹ́ gbé wọlé ẹni tó wọlé bọ̀ yìí ọ̀rẹ́ tímọ́ ni àwọn àti Mohbad.
after maybe 6 months tí mo graduate kúrò school ni mo wá gbọ́ pé òun náà kúrò school stuff like that mo ṣàwá aṣáájú sọ̀rọ̀ later ni ó wá tí kò yé mi wá pé òun ti kúrò kóhun dẹ̀ jó mọ́ àjọ make decision yẹn ni torí mo ti sọ fún pé kí tó kúrò school lèmi náà ti jó mọ́ òun náà ti ní ìmáì pé òun náà ò jó mọ́ so ìkọ́ tá a máa fi ṣeré nígbà yẹn ni pé àṣà lè jó 30 years old so nígbà tí a wá pàdé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láti kúrò school tá a pàdé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mo wá gbọ́ pé ó jẹ́ Mohbad mo kọ́kọ́ bá jà for like 1 month nígbè ṣé o rí borúkọ ẹ ṣe rí ni so nǹkan tó wá fi convince mi tí mo fi wá gbà pé kó máa jẹ́ orúkọ yẹn nígbà tó wá sọ fún mi pé ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ ni mo bright and destined so I just have to accept.
tó sin ọmọ yẹn ṣẹgbọn nǹkan tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn sọ ó ní bàbá yẹn sọ pé at least kóhun tètè sín ipò òun ò fẹ́ èrò lórí ẹ̀ ipò at least kó lọ sinmi ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yẹn ó náà sọ pé kó lọ sinmi. Number 2 èèyàn kan sọ pé ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí. Number 2 ṣé mo pé bàbá yẹn tẹ̀ try abiyamọ ń fojú rí òkú ọmọ wọn èèwọ̀ ni nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ lọ bí anybody so fà bàbá yẹn láti rí òkú ọmọ yẹn ṣé mo kò lè tẹ̀lé wọn lọ síbi tí wọ́n ti sin ṣé dẹ̀ gbọ́nu nǹkan tá gbọ́ wọ́n ní Davido fún wọn 2 million ipò bàbá lòun fún wọn 1 million kọ́ lọ fi rapò sí ẹni tó tún fún ní 1 million ìyẹn lọ rapò sí ọmọ kékeré on bend dórí yẹn bàbá yóò rí bọ́n ṣe bend dórí yẹn ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín now ẹ bá mi túmọ̀ yẹn dání àwọn èèyàn wá sọ pé bí bàbá yẹn ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n clear nǹkan kan fún yín lẹ́ni ṣé kí bàbá yẹn look ẹni tó wà vulnerable Am I communicating? Baba yẹn look like ẹni tí yàn lè control. Ṣé gbọ́nu statement tí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí sọ. Wọ́n sọ pé bàbá yẹn wọ́n ti kọ́kọ́ ní kó máa bọ̀ Lẹ́kí, wọ́n ti wá ní kó padà kó má wà mọ́ pé wọ́n ti sort ẹ̀ out. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín? Now, wọ́n ní bàbá yẹn wá padà sílé, ó ní òun máa lọ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Asọ̀rọ̀ jáàmù ni wọ́n ò mọ bí tó ti lè sọ̀rọ̀, wọn ò mọ when to talk, wọn ò mọ gbà tó lè sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín? Ó dàbí bàbá yẹn ti ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń dùn nínú tó wọ̀ sí nǹkan tọ́mọ yẹn ń ṣe fún. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín? Bàbá yẹn ti ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń dùnnú, so bó ṣe opportunity. Bàbá yẹn convex gbogbo nǹkan tó ń dùn ni. Kò mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe time yẹn. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé mi? Bàbá yẹn ò mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe time yẹn ló jẹ́ kó máa sọ gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín? Bàbá yẹn ò mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe time yẹn. Ṣé mo kọ́kọ́ máa gbéyàn nú? Ṣé mo bá àwọn míì kan dàgbà wọn ò gbọ́n? Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi o. Bàbá yẹn ò mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe time yẹn ló jẹ́ kó máa sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé?
Now, wow, now what? You heard our guest. Everything stretches from Mohbad's mother, stretches down to Iyabo Ojo, aka Shekpeteri, who was on the forefront of this justice for Mohbad in her own way. But actually, she was in it for Wunmi Cynthia, not for Mohbad. Everything got bursted out publicly. She said, you guys thought that you can be on this justice for Mohbad, like you can win. And win now, let us see how answers are going to be gotten. The truth of the matter is this. If Iyabo Ojo had been given the opportunity, she only wanted to nail Sam Larry, particularly Naira Marley. That is her interest. That is her interest. She wanted to use one stone to like drop a target. Like she had a personal vendetta already. A personal vendetta. So our own is really not important in this, even though she had on the ground tried to disrupt the fact. She's one of those that is giving that boldness to Wunmi, like, don't worry, even if they're going to get the DNA done last, and by that time we'll keep dragging it. And do you have access to Mohbad's stream revenue? Okay, at least you have gotten some money, and we'll fight it. We'll not get it to be done, and we'll use the law. They will press. There's nothing she has not said so far. We've seen her countenance, we've seen her display, we've seen her position, we've seen just everything that you can imagine. So, what is the way out of this? What is the way out of this? Mohbad's mother also joined forces with Wunmi against justice for her son, all for money. A lot of things, let us be sincere, worked against Mohbad. So many things worked against Mohbad. Mohbad worked against himself. Yes, Mohbad worked against himself. And it's so sad. He worked against himself. He refused to listen. He refused to accept good advice. His father tried to the best of his knowledge and ability. And, you know, everything turned out the way it is. Until now, we are still struggling, fighting, pushing, pressing to get justice for Mohbad. So, Mohbad's father said something that struck a lot of people. He talked about the head of Mohbad shaved already. Ladies and gentlemen, this matter is deep. Let us be sincere. It is deep. Let us, I'm kind of thinking that if Mohbad's father did not come, let me tell you the truth. If Mohbad's father did not come to that house, I'm also suspecting that Mohbad's mother is aware. If Mohbad's father did not come, do you know that they wanted to bury Mohbad before Mohbad's father arrived? That was the plan. Why? Let us proceed. Who shaved Mohbad's hair? Who shaved Mohbad's hair? Mohbad's father said when he got there, Mohbad's this is not funny. This is not funny. It's just that a lot of people have cried too much and for too long on this justice for Mohbad. Who shaved the hair of Mohbad few hours after his RIP? Yes, few hours after his RIP. Who shaved his hair? I mean, they claim that Mohbad, it was Tuesday, so it now happened, they now call Mohbad's father, he came over, this, that. Who shaved Mohbad's hair? Like, I don't get it. Who gave them that idea? What prompted them to quickly shave Mohbad's hair? And they said he just passed away some few hours. They don't want to tell us the truth of the matter here. Wunmi, you have a lot to answer. Who shaved Mohbad's hair? Like, how can your spouse, your husband, your boyfriend, your love, how can he pass away? Oh, they injected him. Oh, it reacted badly. You took him to the hospital. You returned him back. They certified him DOA. Okay. So is it the hospital that shaved his hair? No. Who shaved Mohbad's hair? Is it Darosha? That Darosha must be an evil entity. Or is it Adura? What are these people plotting for? Or is it Mohbad's mother that said they should shave the hair? Or is it that Islamic spiritualist that Mohbad's father said he saw there because they weren't expecting him? Is it the one that quickly shaved because they needed to use it for something? I'm not joking here. Recall Mohbad's father said something. He said they had a meeting on the land that Mohbad claimed he bought, and he didn't have documents of it. The man said that when he got there, he saw a lot of Islamic clerics and some other kind of spiritualists. They were there. This is serious. This is deep. So I'm now connecting it to what Mohbad's father is saying, that when I got to the house, they had already wrapped my son, put a bag of salt on his chest, covered what they needed to cover his mouth, his nose, and they shaved his hair. Mohbad's father, he was so flabbergasted, he was broken apart. He didn't know where to start from. The first thing he thought about is, okay, get me an ambulance. Let us go to the police station. He said he thought that the police was going to arrest all of them. Like, hey, what's going on here? They didn't do that. So, Wunmi, who shaved Mohbad's hair? Is it Adura that shaved Mohbad's hair? Because he said it's Adura that put salt on the chest. They're trying to set Mohbad's father up. They're trying to put him in a tight corner. This thing is not clear. Who shaved Mohbad's hair? Who had that thought that the first thing we need to do is to shave? And why is it important to shave his hair? This is a process. This is unusual. Who shaved that? Where is the hair that they shaved? Is it the hair that they eventually burnt it, used it with some other, they cut off his fingernails, his hair was also cut off, and some other parts of him, they shaved it all clean, and they processed it for some rituals. What exactly is going on here? I don't get it. His father said it, that he shaved his son's hair. It is so sad. It's so sad. There are a lot of mistakes, and I cannot blame, but this should serve as a lesson to every one of us. Mohbad's father should have recorded himself in that house and all that he saw. This would have served as an evidence. Faces of people that he met there, all of that. Asking them questions. That would have served as a record. But he didn't have any of this. None of these things. He didn't have none of these things. If he had it, by now, I'm sure that Wunmi will be talking different. She will not be able to blab and open her mouth. What she's riding upon is the inavailability of certain visuals that would have made people realize where we are standing on this justice for Mohbad. Or particularly Wunmi, people are still skeptical. People are still thinking, maybe Wunmi is not guilty, and maybe Wunmi is innocent, and maybe she didn't really know. People are still skeptical about it. But I'm sure that 90% know that Wunmi is responsible. Wunmi is part of this. Wunmi is part of it. Because there are some unanswered questions. If they say they didn't want to call Mohbad's father or mother because they are old, they don't want to give them, in quotes, hypertension, they don't want to make them whatever. How are you going to announce to them anyway? How? You say, they are old, so don't let us announce that Mohbad is gone, and let me handle it. So, Darosha, you are the one that handled it. Like, okay, don't worry, I'm going to handle it. I will shave his hair. I will do this. I will do that. Darosha. Adura. Adura. You know a lot. You're around your father all through. Did you even record? You didn't bother to record anything happening? So sad. So Mohbad had told whoever that cared to listen back in those days before he became a bit popular that his mom is dead, that his mom is not alive because he didn't see the impact of his mom in his life. I'm not going to blame him on that part because it could be a bit complex when man and woman break apart and the man says, give me my child. I'm not going to go into that part because we do not know some deep details of it. Palali, she's saying that her own parents didn't want her to marry Mohbad's father, and Mohbad's father and even Mohbad's mother's sister saying that they are trying to mediate. A lot of things. A lot of things. But not until Mohbad became a bit popular, then he started showcasing his mom, started bringing his mom around, and he did the song that he sang. But the truth is that Mohbad's father really sacrificed. But the balance would have been the sacrifice of both of them. If that sacrifice between both of them had been as it should be, I'm kind of thinking they will be able to weather the storm. Look at what's happening. The reason why social media, all these interviewers or whoever, or Wunmi, or Shekpeteri, or Bush Baby, or whoever it is out there that are backing Wunmi, the reason why they are able to is because of the lack of coercion between Mohbad's father and mother. Because of greed, Mohbad's mom sold the soul of his son for money. If not, we will not be where we are today. We will not be dealing with this foolishness at this time, at this moment. No, not at all. If they failed him at first, I'm sure that they should not fail him again. But the same disunited, broken apart is the same that they maintain. So it's as if Mohbad's mother did not exist in Mohbad's life when he was alive and still does not exist in Mohbad's life now that he is gone. That's just it. It's as simple as that. She was only there for money, claiming that Mohbad's father said they should rope Wunmi. Is Wunmi not the prime suspect? Yeah, probably she felt, oh, this man does not like Wunmi because Wunmi started making friends with me. This man does not like Wunmi again because Wunmi does not obey all that he is saying. That is all that she kept. Yeah, she might have information. She might have access to some things that we don't. But at this time, at this moment, you have to throw away all your differences and focus on the reality. We are not saying be friends with Mohbad's father. We are not saying marry him again. We are not saying you guys should be in a relationship again. No, we are saying look at the obvious. Look at the obvious and sit back and think. But our conclusion is this. Mohbad's mother's conclusion is this. I'll tell you guys. Our conclusion is that Mohbad was healthy, fine. Wunmi loves Mohbad. They went to a show. His friend that she tagged, Judas, Prime Boy, had problems with him. In fact, he's jealous of him. And he had used diabolic means, juju, to off Mohbad. And since juju cannot be tracked and traced using the law, then it means Mohbad passed away for nothing. So please bury Mohbad quickly so that we can move on. About baby Liam, it's Mohbad's own. As long as the picture, a portrait that she has in her house, in Mohbad's house, looks like Liam. To her, it looks like Liam. That's the end of it. So Mohbad and Liam look alike. That this is how Mohbad looked when he was a baby. End of story. DNA has now become an issue because she herself said Mohbad is not Mohbad's father's son. Until the man did DNA and made it public, she kept quiet because DNA is available, showing that, yes, I am the father of this child. What next? So sad. So sad. So sad. Still on justice for Mohbad. We will continue to press on this one.